Now it's his Killjoy that's shining. He has improved so much over such a short space of time.
Looking fantastic. He's going to try and go again at the start of this round. First player to be tested. Gets overrun this time by Nevera. Mixwell able to trade that out almost instantaneously as we now sit at a 4v4 equilibrium. Spike yet to go down here for Team Liquid. They really have struggled at getting that spike down in a comfortable position, but looks like they will get that at least. And now can sit back in this 4v4 post plant. This is the first time Liquid have had a bit of breathing room in one of these situations in a while.
Right. 4v4 too. And so much utility still over on that site, right? All of the stuff for Chamber, all of the stuff for Killjoy before she went down. And Hoodie again, leading the line.
No way, Nuka. That is ridiculous. Yampi and Nevera both taken down in a foul swoop. And Team Liquid, they had some breathing room, but not anymore. They are suffocated by Nuka just having a flyer towards the end of this map. That's 12 now for G2. They're one away from taking us to heaven. Some ridiculous shots in that retake.
Now,
you want to play?
Viper's Pit going to be over towards A. You've got this double stack over on B. Instant teleport out from Mixwell with that operator. Now it's just Yampi playing on his own on A, seeing if he can find an opening, see if anybody's peeking out. Navova just watching his corner, see if he sees any footsteps. I feel Yampi might predict this.
From this point forward, it has to be absolute perfection for Team Liquid. Not a step can be mistaken. Viper's Pit deployed for G2, and last time this happened, we've seen just this heavy lean from G2 over to B, and Team Liquid walked right into it. We'll give a G2 an easy round if this was to pan out like this again. Vova is in the elevated position.
Still a Veldrun.
It's going to come through now. Yampi's actually in a good spot here. Vova does get spotted. Vova does get spammed. Yampi takes him down. That's massive, and now that's the call to go here for Team Liquid. It's Nuka sending in the Hunter's Fury, trying to stop them, trying to delay their onslaught towards this site. It is inevitable that Viper's Pit was about to be popped. And now G2, they have been fantastic at retakes, but to close this map, they have to win a 3v5. Nuka, the danger man, down, and now it's Hoodie and Mixwell. And you've got an operator in the midst of the two remaining players, so retaking a site with an operator is never easy, never mind when you're going up against the Viper's Pit. Doesn't look like much of an attempt will be had here for G2. We take a monumental effort to break through it, and finally Yampi, who's been pretty quiet in this attacking side, Ryan, delivers an absolutely huge round.
You can see that even now Liquid is just like the next round, right? They've already used that tour de force. It's in the hands of Nevera, who's just absolutely locked onto where the spike is right until the end. Viper's Pit dedicated as soon as they find an opening to get in. And even Nevera dying just to get that extra bit of money, because he didn't have anything other than that ultimate. But Soulcast, very well played for them. It could just be a very fast A execute, all things considered with how they're going. They throw out that poison cloud, but they still have a toxic screen, which they haven't quite set up just yet.
The pressure must be massive right now for Team Liquid. Let's try and pull this one through to OT. For G2, they know this is their golden ticket to stay alive in this series.
Shogdart doesn't get the utility in Kitchen again. It's the lineup that we just saw right to clear if there was a turret there. But again, there's still a trademark in that spot that wasn't cleared.
Take flight.
Well, this setup for G2 is heavy towards A. They have 3 players here at the ready, but Team Liquid charging them down. Yet to find an opening though. No blood drawn just yet. Yampi TP's up onto the light. Scream is taken down. Meadow Hoodie's in the sight. Cloudburst keeps him alive for now. Actually works against Scream. They don't know that Hoodie's down here in the sight. Avova's helping out for G2, and now Hoodie's turn. He swings and he finds one. It's Nukia arriving to the party as well, and suddenly it's Nevera and Yampi, the 2 players of the dream of Team Liquid. The overtime affair lies in their hands. Yampi creeps across the ropes, can peer down below. Mixwell the victim, and Yampi diving down. Up the rope, he'll spot the head, and Nukia down. It's just Avova, and he has to clutch it, but Yampi is absolutely perfect. Finds 3 to drag Team Liquid all the way to overtime.
Switching sides.
We said it in the last series, Yampi needs to have a great tournament, really, for Team Liquid's chances. They were at Reykjavik last time. Now that these two teams, they've made international events, the Liquid is tested. There's a lot of pressure on them, right? Semi-finalists are champions.
So much.
I do like Omen on Icebox, by the way.
I mean, it's actually...
The theatrics, right? The movement.
I mean, there's been a couple of times where Yampi has made it look a little bit silly, but the impact rounds is what we'll remember. And yeah, it's just been great to see that happening.
Poison's on.
Look at this from Avova. He's pushed all the way up the tube in towards Kitchen, has been spotted that trademark, so information gathered as to where they are.
Yampi.
Yeah.
Just watching across. If he gets too close as well, there is some utility there that's going to slow him if he pushes up. So now he's in a real difficult position. He has to teleport out. But it is Liquid that still pick up that first kill over towards B. There is still a trademark over in that spot too. So if Hoodie tries to peek out and get a bit more, he could be slowed. And he has the spike. Nobody else is near him.
Yeah, this is potentially worrying.
This is such a risk.
Problem is, Navarra isn't going to go too aggressive from yellow, right? He has the operator in his hands. He doesn't want to go any further than that. So that might keep him alive for the time being. And all he needs to do is allow his team the time to get into a good position so they can split upon this B site. Yampi not going to have the eyesight for the cross around the back. And Team Liquid have missed every timing, and that has allowed Mixwell into A. And now the pressure really starts to ring through as to where G2 are going. This is going to pull the attention of Team Liquid everywhere, and Navarra has to go for the aggressive play. Not quick enough. Meadow brings him down, and now it's Scream and Link having to recover this one for Team Liquid. G2 in a very good position. Playing from yellow, it's Hoodie on their headshot, and now just Scream left. And yes, this guy's a good player, but no, he's not winning this round.
I don't know why they didn't do this on any of their attacking rounds, right? That mid control, just the way that they're lurking and finding timings on Liquid. Scream has it all to do.
Yeah,
And Mixwell, he hears him. He's ready to flank in behind.
That's the problem here. Mixwell on the backside knows exactly where he's walked. And yeah, Team Liquid just miss every turn.
It's not only the lurk, but it's the fact that they go and find all of these separate fights, right? You have one player going onto the A site to catch who's anchoring there. You got a player that's waiting more towards Shed, where that used to be.
See Team Liquid's decision. How are they going to get back into this? They have shown that they've been able to do it when their back's against the ropes, and Yampi was the player that found a lot of that impact. TP's up on top of the tube. Mid control somewhat established here for Team Liquid. They're going to walk through, actually.
They're going to try and pinch Mixwell. He either holds on tube or he holds his doorway.
Trap down. Mixwell now trained on tube. And Navarra is good enough just to remove him straight away. So good control taken here for Team Liquid. What's G2's adaptation, though? How are they going to deal with this one? Evova's not in the best spot here. He's in a real tough situation. He has to worry about so many different angles, but he's fixated on the position of Scream. But trying to beat Scream in a duel is never easy, and Scream will overwhelm him. Now we look to Nuke, Meadow, and Hoodie to try and recover this one for G2. Otherwise, we go again.
Yampi gets caught out. Meadow's going to try and peek around. Navarra
the timing.
just finds the right timing there. He's very patient in his approach. Now Hoodie trying to cross into mid. Just him and Nuke.
Yeah, two players that can certainly pull these kind of rounds off, but Scream is on one. Scream certainly is. Finds three. We have to do it again. Another overtime between G2 and Team Liquid.
But also with Avova playing from this, like, the spot between the site and orange, a paranoia comes through from Yampi. It just misses, but it's still something that, like, they were expecting Avova to be in that little corner. I don't think it has a name or does lineups with the paranoias.
Well, apologies for the HUD right now. We'll get that sorted as quickly as possible. G2 have had enough. They've all disappeared.
They got KO.
Yeah, they just got no command.
This is you know, like play-by-play hard mode. This is
I love
what play-by-play dreams of.
We got weapon.
That's why Pansy likes it so
Weapon
much.
_ image. Trying his best here. But yeah, peering down from above below is Hoodie, though. He just comes in and sweeps him up. So Team Liquid have got to deal with a deficit. Now, everyone's got ultimates, apparently. We don't think that right now. At least it is overtime, so a little easier to keep track of the economy status.
Lovely play from weapon _ image. Right
My
there.
favorite player, alt _ image,
Yep.
of course.
Right here.
49 seconds. As the drawback from G2 now looks towards this A side, Problem is, Ryan, no one's here right now. Team Liquid don't have a single player on this A site. And Mixwell's about to find that out.
They still do have that like toxic scream setup, which is very retake favored. Now the Eldron, just to see if anybody's managed to lurk their way in. They're happy now that G2 have made their presence known. They're not too far away from this action, and they still have utility, the utility that we can see.
Well, Avova has come through with a pick on Navera, so currently G2 stand with the 2 advantage, and that is a big problem here for Liquid, as they try and go all the way around. The big flank. Scream is preoccupied with the fight from mid, and so that weakens the forces even further for Team Liquid. Down in. Team Liquid need the kill back here quickly, and G2 aren't giving them a single opportunity. This is so well played from G2. Good stuff. Just Scream left. And he's going to start tapping around the backside. Meadow finally gets caught. Oh, wow. Scream so clean, but not enough down here. And G2 are on 14. One more, and they've got it. Even while getting ulted by KO, still able to survive.
Match point.
Torrid performance from G2. 0 kills. No, I'm kidding. I mean, that was clinical, right? I mean, like Liquid, they were happy to try and stack over towards B, played and planted for the retake. Just struggled again. This is straightforward stuff, right? Nothing out of this composition for G2 is completely brand new. Feels like it's just carbon copied from the old one, minus Jet plus Chamber. But that utility on a post plant, the Sage Wall, all of that stuff, it's all been so good on both sides, the attack and defense. Now Meadow, again, put into question. Alarm bot is set up, still has 1 nano swarm in hand. That utility ready for an A execute. All of that scaling, all of those angles that he can watch. And Hoodie playing very aggro again.
Hoodie, nearly gets caught. Lucky to get away with his life here. And also Lucky has Meadow to back him up. Meadow with a massacre. 3 kills picked up, and now the lockdown straight away to it. Meadow wants to close this. He is done with Icebox. But Yampy preventing that for the time being. Liquid are crumbling. And the pressure all on the shoulders of Soulcast and his 36 HP. This is looking very good for G2 to try and close out Icebox. Soulcast begins to walk forward into the site. G2 do not want to misstep at all. They do not want to give him the chance in the 1v1 fights. Spike loose in the open. Soulcast realizes that they could be in so many different positions right now, and he has to take a lot of time clearing these out. Eventually we'll go to the Spike.
I have the Spike.
Starts to think about which position he wants to put it in, but let me just tell you, this clutch is not easy to win for Soulcast. 36 HP, G2 with laser focus to try and close this round out, and the time is now ticking. He goes to the plant. They will start to realize he must stick it eventually. Mixwell spots him out, shoulder peeks him to draw the info and buy time for his teammate. And Mixwell able to peek out for the headshot. G2 will close, and Heaven is needed to decide this matchup's whereabouts.
No fire.
Both these teams winning on their picks. Some very interesting looks. A more straightforward one, I suppose, for G2 in the end. But